question is, if I was, in my 20s, what advice would I give, a guy in their 20s when it comes professionally in terms of EP, and then also when it comes depending on life advice as well. And what I would say to an EP dude is, I would say, don't EP executive protection won't be an end all be all. It won't solve all your problems. It won't make you like, you won't want to do it your whole life. However, it can really give you some of the most amazing experiences you'll ever have. Like, I've been to over 80 countries. I don't even know how many countries I've been to. I've done things around the world where I've looked over at my buddy and I've been like, no one's ever gonna believe us. Like, no one's gonna believe us if I tell them we're in a freaking like we have a whole palace to ourselves right now, and we're spending the night out here. Like, there's all these things that happen that are so awesome. At the same time, it's boring most of the time, but for me, it kept me out of an office, and it kept me doing things that were really interesting. I would say be very careful about the distractions. Like, you're going to be in places where once you start moving, you like, the mistake guys make is they start thinking it's about themselves, right? So they start being like, hey, as a loose example, like, if you were Michael Jackson's bodyguard, you probably think you're pretty awesome. And not you, but a lot of guys, they start thinking like, hey, I'm on this top team, I'm the man. And they start acting like they are the celebrities. And it's like one of the biggest pitfalls, when they start getting around their clients, they start wanting to think that they're like friends with the clients, massive pitfall. If you want to be successful in this game, simply play your position. Be the most professional and consistent professional protector you can be. You're not there to be their friend. Be friendly, of course, but like, have them beg you to come eat dinner with the family, and you'll know how, and you'll have to say no the first 10 times to pass the test until they finally are like, get inside, and you're like, I think we're good. I think we might be able to eat with them this time. You know what I mean? But you'll have to know. But like, also, I would say really focus a lot on your network. So like, a lot of guys mess up. Like, they get a good detail and then they forsake the world, and they don't keep working their network by going to training, staying in front of, because training puts you back in front of the industry, by continuing whatever habits that got them there. And then when they get fired from that detail, because there's a lot of instability in the game, they have to start over from zero. No one knows who they are. No one knows where they are. Working side gigs from time to time. So like, working the Grammys, the Emmys, these details that have like a lot of people at them. You meet like everyone in the whole industry in like 1 or 2 days. It's pretty cool. So even if you get a good job, continue working with everyone. It's easy to get you into this industry. It's more, the second equation is the hard equation. How to get you to move around to find a good home in the industry with a good team and a good client. That is the real science. That's the game within the game, right? And that's going to happen at the speed in which you can set up a really good network, because it'll be relationships that'll open all those doors. So yeah, as a young dude starting out, that's what I would say. This is all about service. It's never about you. That's how you survive, is you always make it about the level of service you're giving your clients. The other thing I would say is, it's easy to be a rock star because most people suck now. Like, most employees, a lot of them can't show up on time. They can't be gracious. They can't be graceful. They professionalism is becoming harder and harder to come by. Us employers are in a war to find the highest quality, like high quality people to work. It's weird. Like I told you, today I had a same day cancellation. Like, okay, like, I'll deal with it, but that guy's never going to work for me. He's probably not going to work for any of the other companies that know me, because they all ask me, hey bro, have you heard of such and such? We all talk. So, and then continue marketing. Remember, your network really will be your net worth. As a 20-something-year-old man, this is what I would tell you for life advice. Go fast and hard, bro. If you even are thinking about doing it, you freaking do it, because in your 20s you can take damage, you can mess up your credit, you can be homeless. You know what I mean? Like, you're fine, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and it even makes it easier because people expect you to be a little retarded. Like, yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're still good, dude. Like, you're like a grown kid still. Go out there and go after every stupid internet business, whatever your ideas are. Seriously, aggressively go after them. Do not, and this is super hard, because when you're 20, like all the chicks are super hot, but like seriously, like don't even like if you have like a good female in your life, there's two ways to do this, bro, and they're both risky. If you have a good female in your life, like God sent you a good female, maybe you maybe just focus on her only, but probably honestly understand your mission has to come first. And I know it's not always something that they teach, but I'm a Christian and you're a Christian. You said you work your church team. If you look at the men of God and what they say and do, you will find that mission always comes first. They're like, Jesus, your mother and brother here. He's like, who's my mother and brother? Those who are on mission with me that do the work of my Father, that's my mother and my brother. Paul's like, I wish you didn't even have to get married, but since you can't keep it in your pants, I guess you guys have to get married. You know what I mean? Like literally, like Jesus' mom and dad are like, yo, Jesus, where the heck were you? And he's like, bro, didn't you know I needed to be about my Father's business? And so in your 20s, I would say God's got a mission for you. He sent you here for a reason. You're here, you're healthy, you're whole. Find out what that is, and that's going to come from proximity with him. If you can prioritize figuring out what God wants you to do in your life and you can figure it out, you'll work hard at figuring it out in your 20s. If you're diligent, you'll right about 26, 7, you might get it if you get it that early. And then you'll go through this mandatory maturation process. It'll take about a decade. Bro, you're going to be awesome. And then you want to welcome a female into that kingdom. Because what happens is then when you have a kingdom, you have options. Then the problem is picking the right female when you have options, because you mess that up too. The female thing is the most dangerous equation in space. Like it is hand. So you just make sure God's involved with that. You either get married early and you focus hard on your mission the rest of the time, or you focus on your mission, you build it, and then you bring a female into the kingdom. A lot of men mess up on the first one, and so they get a divorce and they end up doing both on accident. So far, I'm lucky. I got married at 25, and it was because God told me, that's your woman. And I was like, oh, well, that settles it. I guess I know what to do. And it was because I would never have focused on him if I didn't have that out of the way. Because I'd have been focusing on females. I know my weaknesses. So
here you go.
Hope there's some value in there for you, bro.
For sure. I appreciate that. And I know you probably got to jump to the next call, but I'm honored to meet you and get to talk with you and kind of hear from you, you know, your story and everything going on. And it definitely helped. I'm definitely going to get to the grind now. So
heck yeah, bro.
Appreciate it, Byron. Thank you so much.
All right, Landon. God bless you, bro. We'll talk. All right.
Yep.
Take care.
Boom, team. So this is what we do. We get people into the executive protection industry. We've been doing that for years. We've got hundreds of agents in the game. And if you need more proof, go over to the website underneath the screen and click on the student testimonials page. And there are hundreds of videos there of people we've helped. If you've been thinking about getting into the executive protection industry, I want to encourage you to come and train with us. If you're ready to train with school, that the proof is in the pudding, and there's plenty of proof that we do what we do our careers with you guys, and it's an honor. We love what we do, and it's some of the best training in the world. Join us at the link beneath this video, and let's start training together.